Good day everyone and welcome to Exile News, the weekly show that brings you all the important news and informations on Path of Exile. And the first news this week are two articles with a video included about some informations we didn't exactly get, or more specific informations on how the Atlas of Words works. So we're going to see one boss, which is not this one by the way, this one is the Chimera and we still haven't been teased about it. So there's a fight with the Minotaur and there's some comprehensive guides on how Sextant and Shaper Orbs are going to work. Also, since the disappearance of Xenocide Genius and pretty much the end of the State of Exile podcast, a new podcast has been kind of picked up by GGG, becoming the new semi-official podcast, and it's the Lion Eyes Watch podcast. You can see it over here with Lifting Nerbro, Hegemony and Project PT as their standard hosts, I guess. The first episode has gone live last week and the second episode is going live later today, so you can check this out if you are interested. I think it's pretty interesting. Also, we got kind of a snippet of the Atlas of Words, which we can't get much out of since it's from a weird angle and it's also cut and blurred out and whatever, so I'm just gonna ignore it. And we also got a second 48 hours solo flashback event, and this is due to the fact that the previous one had to be restarted due to technical problems and shrines were deactivated, so GGG decided to run a second one. Now it has pretty much finished at the moment, so there's really no time to play it. However, if you played it and you reached certain levels, you might be eligible to win, if you're lucky of course, a couple rewards. Otherwise, there are a lot of rips that you can check out on the forums and on Reddit, so if that's something you like, there are links in the description below. Also, we got the Vault map revealed. The Vault is a new one of the 30 new maps that are going to come with the Atlas of Words, and as you can see there's a crank over there, so it kind of combines the normal map with some of the trials, I guess. And yeah, that looks kinda cool. Looks like you have to run through all the maps and turn all the lever to actually open the boss room, and the boss looks kinda cool as well. It's kind of a diamond golem, and as you can see it creates these bubbles which are proximity shields, I guess, which means that this fight is probably going to be much better for those builds who can actually fight in close quarter, or of course you can be detonate mines and poison and just give no fucks about any boss whatsoever, but that's another story. There's also been revealed 5 new base items. So there are 11 new base items in the expansion, 2 have been already teased, we got 5 more here. There's a 2-toned boots with fire and lightning in this case. Possibly there are going to be different ones, actually no. The fire is related to the fact that it has armor, and the energy shield it has lightning. So depending on the stats on the item, these are going to be with specific resistances. Crystal Belt, which is the new upgrade to the Chain Belt, sporting a lot of flat energy shield, which might be good, although many are saying that the evasion plus armor belt is going to be better for CI. That's still to be seen. We also got the Marble Amulet with life regenerated per second. Not sure how high it goes, but that's pretty good for, definitely for Righteous Fire builds, maybe for others builds as well. We got Fingerless Silk Gloves with implicit spell damage, and Gripped Gloves with implicit increased projectile attack damage, so pretty good overall. So it's always interesting that there are new bases, because they really amplify the game and they give a lot of interesting open areas for new uniques to be crafted, so that's pretty good. And lastly, we got news from Ziggy, which has been at GGG's place for a couple of days, this time featuring the Guardian of the Hydra. And there are, at this point, we realize there are no mythical beasts, and the names are just basically for show, I guess. And as you can see, the fight here is quite mechanical. You have to dodge a lot of stuff, you have to understand how his attack works. Although To be fair, it looks pretty easy at this point, if you can dodge that one, I guess. But you have to remember that you can actually put mods into these maps because they are maps. So you can have multi-proj, extra cold, minus max, no regen, and these kind of things, which are going to make these bosses absolutely deadly. Also, it's pretty disappointing that beside not being the mythological beasts themselves, there are no or almost no attacks that are actually related to the beasts. So the Hydra, for example, have many legends about the fact that you have to kill all of its heads at the same time, that when you just hit one it splits into two, that kind of things. Nothing of that is reported on these fights, so I'm kind of sad, and I kind of fear that, like, for example, the Phoenix fight is going to have nothing about rebirthing from its own ashes, which is pretty sad, I guess, but I'm reserving my final judgment till I actually try those, or till I see someone try those extensively, which is more likely going to happen. Yeah, you can see this very cool bow. It's actually a new, unique, coming from the drops from this Guardian of the Hydra, so if you're lucky enough, you can get it. Definitely a very, very cool reskin, but I'm pretty sure it's also a very, very good bow itself, so we're gonna have some interesting things. And other than that, I guess that was all for this week. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment down below. Also, if you want to remain updated every week, be sure to subscribe to my channel. So that was all. I've been your host Orzo, and I'll see you guys the next time.